Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. I'm going to be doing a general card reading for Virgo, and this is for the last week of May. It's the 24th through to the 31st of May. So Virgo, as you know, it is a general reading. So we're going to take a look at the energy that is surrounding you, where your focus is right now, and the choices that are available to you. So if you've arrived at this channel, the Divine has got a special message for you, but please only take what resonates with your particular situation. If you'd like a private reading, my details are in the description box below, so you can contact me for an in-person or a Zoom reading, that's all right. I also do coaching, so reach out if this is something that's of interest to you. All right, Virgo, let's get into the reading to see what is coming up for you. Virgo, thank you for joining us for your reading. This is the 24th through to the 31st of May. So let's take a look at the general theme for the reading for this week. So thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, we're in a situation where there are choices available to you right now. Different possibilities. Perhaps you are in a place where you're feeling that you've got multiple choices, decisions to make, and not really too sure how to go about doing it. So Spirit is sort of guiding you to look at things from a different perspective. Be curious. Use this moment at this point to explore different things, to explore different ways of approaching the current situation that you feel that you need to make a decision on. Sometimes we can get sort of in a habit of always approaching things in a certain way, and so Spirit is suggesting that you're kind of getting stuck because of that strategy, and that perhaps there are better ways of doing things, healthier ways to do things. So right now you're being guided to look at all of the different options to assist you, and it may be that you need to take a different course of action right now in order to approach your current situation. Yeah, so it really is a little bit like being in that indecisive moment, and feeling confused around what your choices are. Yes, you do have many options. It's time to look beyond what you always look for. Broaden your network, broaden your pathways that you normally go down to find information. Ask different kinds of people. Seek information from different sources, Virgo, and this is going to help you create new options for you that you haven't thought of before. As you do this, you're going to start to recognize you're not as stuck as you think you are. You're only stuck because you keep doing the same thing over and over. So you're going to start to feel more empowered and motivated to make decisions that are going to bring you more happiness and more inner strength. It's going to help create forward motion and help you to feel freer, rather than stuck in the same old, same old. So definitely Spirit is saying it's quite likely there are some unrealized goals or unconsidered ideas at the moment because you keep repeating the same method of looking at things or approaching problem solving. Yeah. So seek out new ways of doing things. Yeah, so definitely taking a different approach. I'm just reading through the book here. Be aware, be flexible, be willing to do things differently than you normally have. So I'm going to leave it at that. That's the general theme for your reading for today. So let's see what is coming out for you, Virgo, at the moment. What else does Virgo need to know for this week? Thank you, Spirit. What does Virgo need to know? Okay, thank you. Yes, definitely about looking at the possibilities, birthing new things. Yeah, definitely a change to the way you normally do things. Yep, I can see it coming out in the reading here. That's wonderful. Okay, Virgo. Yeah, definitely looking at the bigger picture and visualizing what is possible. Love it. Okay. So the Page of Cups is the first card here that's come out. It's about using your imagination what is going to fulfill you emotionally. It's time to start getting into that energy and visualize how you'd like to feel, how you'd like things to unfold. So if you can't see the picture clearly, then think about tap into your feelings of how you'd like to feel in your life at the moment, and what's that like for you? So there is an element of needing to imagine and visualize here. So give yourself a little bit of time to do that. Step into your imagination, into your feelings, and that's going to help start the ball rolling for you. Now, this is definitely a time where you are recognizing it's time for something new, to birth something new in your life, to do things differently. The Empress card here is representing, look, the message is about you right now. It's about how can you nurture yourself? How can you recognize what it is that you need for you? So it's about coming into a place of regeneration, rejuvenation. Yeah, nurturing yourself, loving who you are, accepting you for who you are, creating a new version of you. Definitely by seeing things and doing things differently. So, eventually what's going to happen is that this momentum, this change that is happening around you is going to cause a tower moment, which just means starting afresh, dismantling the old ways of doing things, having a moment of clarity. Now, sometimes this can be the universe kicking you up the bum, or it can be just like a massive realization. Now, sometimes our energy can be whacked out and we can get ill, and that's the way the universe stops us, is by stopping us physically, so that we take a moment to pause and reassess our situation. Other times it's just like a huge, massive mental realization that, oh my goodness, I've got to change things here. So as a result, this is guiding you to shift your energy. Now is the time to do that. Okay, so the Page of Swords, yes, this is about you doing research. It could be research on the internet, through what you're reading on TV. Basically, get some ideas flowing. Start to look for ideas in places that you wouldn't normally. And look, even if it feels a little overwhelming, just start with something, with a seed, and let it go from there. It may be that you pick up the phone to speak to someone, to talk about an idea, and then that starts to morph into something else. Or it may be that you're on the internet and you start finding some ideas related to what it is that makes you feel good. So yeah, I'm getting the sense that this time it's more about getting out of your head and more into what is emotionally fulfilling for you. That's going to help you to have that renewal, that rebirth. Yeah, so it's to do with your emotions, what you value, what inspires you, rather than being in a problem-solving mode, which is just logic brain only. This is about what's going to emotionally make you feel better in the situation. What is going to help you to feel a sense of renewal within you? So if you're looking for ideas, for support, then that's the reason, that's the purpose, that's the why. So it's because you want to have more emotional fulfillment and satisfaction, and you want to be able to be living a life that's healthy, and there's more balance, and you are giving back to you. The Empress knows how to give back to her. Don't worry about if it's male or female. It's the energy here of loving you, valuing your health and well-being, valuing what is important to you. So the Nine of Wands is like, stand your ground. This is important to you. There's an element of self-protection, okay, as in being committed to you, committed to your path, and not allowing other people or situations to cross that boundary. You've got to be active, not passive, in creating change in your life, Virgo. So stand your ground, stand up for what you believe in, be passionate about what's important to you for your happiness, your health and your well-being. Now the Queen of Pentacles, again, very similar energy to the Empress. She knows what is important to her. She knows how to look after herself. She's wise, discerning. She knows how to bring those material needs into her life to take care of her health and to take care of her finances, the things that support her in her world. She's also very generous and giving, but in this reading I'm sensing this is more about you acknowledging what it is that you need and really giving yourself a moment to take a breather and to really enter that space of self-awareness. Well, what is it that you need right now, Virgo? What is most important to you? What's going to give you health and well-being? What's going to give you financial stability? What's going to create that nice solid foundation for you that gives you that security in life? So this is about bringing it back to you and realizing this is a moment where you need to reassess. Yeah. And then as you start to receive, give back to you, which is that yin energy, it gives you the clarity, it grounds you. And the Emperor, it's lovely to see the Emperor energy step into the reading here. It balances out the emotions, okay? So now you're ready to look at the bigger picture and to strategize and have a new plan of action. So yes, take a look at your life. Is it going in the direction you want it to? Think about what it is that you need to create. What things do you need to put in place to create that sense of stability for your life? So there's no rush here. This is about planning, reassessing, rebirthing something new in your life that's going to better serve you. And it's doing it differently. Remember, you've got options. You started out not knowing. So the whole idea is to create certainty by doing things differently, because what you have been doing has been keeping you in a loop and no longer serves you. So you've got to explore other options to create your plan to start afresh in your life. Yeah, coming back to visualizing what it is that you want. So we've got, well, what steps do I need to take now to go forward? So this is you thinking and feeling about what it is that you need, wishing, wanting, desiring, and now you're in a place of better understanding yourself. You've done some research, you've had some time to go within to reassess. You realize you need to stand your ground here, that you are important and that you know how to give back to yourself. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. So now create that plan and think about what steps do you need to take going forward. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Keep it simple. What things do you need to do that are going to help take you closer towards your goal of health, well-being and stability in your life? Yes, sometimes you may need to step out into the unknown, okay? And definitely, this is truly, if you're going to heed the message of looking at things and doing things differently, then you do need to step out into the unknown and try something new. Be curious, be ready to explore. It's not all about safety, it is about having a different perspective and a different approach to things at the moment, Virgo. Yeah. There are answers out there for you. You do need to trust yourself. You need to listen to spirit and that inner guidance. Definitely there's a better pathway there for you that will bring you more into alignment with who you are and who you need to be. So be open to the changes. You've got to be open for this to be a success for you. Yeah, and take the time you need, and I don't mean procrastinate, but really devote this time and energy to yourself in order to create that transformation. You know, the Tower card is about transformation. It creates a situation that causes you to stop, pause and reflect so you can switch your energy. Thank you, Spirit. So, you know, at the moment you have been, in recent times, believing that you are trapped. You know, the ego is our fear. It's sort of looping, it's confusion. And Spirit is saying, look, you're placing too much importance on the material things in your life. It may be that you've become overly focused that you've got to have things a certain way. And this has caused the stuckness. This has caused you to loop, because that's when we're fearful and we don't want to let go of things, we become attached to things in our life. It just means that we become blocked, and we become dependent on things having to be a certain way. And so Spirit is saying it's time to let go. These two energies are completely different. This is letting go, and this is trusting your intuition. It's trusting in the guidance of the divine. This is hanging on to the old ways of doing things, hanging on and being, attached to, well, I've always done it this way. I've always had things this way, and this is what I want. And that's more of a fear-based energy. That's resistance to change. The Spirit is wanting you to let go of that. Let go of being attached to the way you've always done things and the way you've always thought about things, Virgo. And this will give you the opportunity you need to create healthful change in your life. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Virgo at this time? Awakening, yeah. This whole experience is helping you to see things from a different perspective, and you really do. This is the main theme of your message, Virgo, is to see things from a different perspective. Just like this fellow is upside down. You're going to have the light bulb moment, the aha moment, when you choose to see things differently. So when you notice that you're going down the same old pathway and feeling resistant, feeling confused, give yourself a bit of a shake-up, okay? Go do something different. Go explore some new ideas, and then be prepared to go, well, you know what? I've never tried this before. I've never thought about it in this way before. So what are the opportunities for you? So it may feel that you've got to temporarily pause everything while you're going through this reflection, this reassessment in your life. All right. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Virgo? Yeah, okay, fabulous. Now, as you heed the guidance of Spirit, things do shift. So we've got the Six of Spring. So wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices bring rewards. So when you start to see things differently and start to do things differently, you're going to get rewarded. Things are going to be released, right? And success will come, and you'll see it. It will be obvious to you, and you go, oh, that's great. So you're going to get positive news, confirmation that you're on the right track. So, we've got to do the work in order to create the shift and to create the change, Virgo. It doesn't happen when we keep doing the same old, same old. All right, beautiful. So that is a victory card. Thank you, Spirit. What else for Virgo? Yeah, great. So this is the story unfolding now. So the wheel delays are over, okay? So you go through a period of time of having to reflect and reassess and to think about things differently. And as you do, things start to release. The wheel says that delays are over, sudden and unexpected good luck. So movement is happening in your life. Things are shifting and changing. And as they do, you start to become unstuck and you move on, which is fabulous. All right, anything else? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, sometimes we need to definitely take that time out from our daily routine. The Hermit card here lets us know that that's an appropriate thing to do while you're in this inner reflection. And sometimes we might just need to have a chat with our mentor in order to see things differently. So this is about committing to you, committing to your path, and knowing that it's important for you to go through this moment of self-reflection and change. That Hermit energy is a good place to be, to really seek the guidance that you need in order to create the change in your life. So I'm going to pull a card from the Wisdom of Oracle deck. So thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Virgo at this time. Yeah. So seeking out professional advice is how to help create the shift. That's part of your research for new information. We can't create change if we don't have new information or advice that we don't yet have ourselves. Knowledge that we don't yet have ourselves is what I mean to say. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so it's important to just get on and do what you need to do. Stop procrastinating. Go and get the stuff done that you need to do. Start with the small things, one step at a time. If it is feeling overwhelming to create this change right now, just take the approach of one step at a time, and do the admin of your personal life. Do the research, clean things up that are no longer needed in your life, that are clogging up the ways. You know, clarity comes when we start cleaning out our crap. This can be physically, mentally, or emotionally. And, you know, speaking with a mentor can be helpful in that way. It can help you to clear the cobwebs that are happening for you. So make a list of the things that you're going to do to create some change, to help yourself, to see what needs to be a part of your new plan and the steps that you need to take, which is what the Emperor is doing. He's being very logical and practical about next steps. Thank you, Spirit. What else for Virgo? Yes, the Wizard of Awareness. So I think this is the Magician, the equivalent of the Magician. This is about becoming conscious of what you need to create changing. This is about self-awareness and knowing that you've got what it is that you need to create this change. It's not that you are unprepared or without resources here. So it's about being observant. Look at that very thoughtful, mindful, considered look here on the Wizard. Yeah. So it's about being prepared to be neutral instead of opinionated, which means that you're still stuck on the old ways of thinking and doing, which is the ego card. So the Wizard is more about being open to new ideas, to see things differently. Yeah. To watch what's going on around you and just observe for a little while. So, yeah. Stepping up and away from your current situation so that you've got a bird's eye view sometimes can really be very helpful. It gives you the ability to see things without being emotionally stuck in the situation or mentally stuck. It's taking that neutral position to just watch, observe what's going on in your life, in and around you. Yeah. So it's without having any attachment to things, to any ideas, and know that life is not necessarily things that happen around you are not necessarily personal. They're not. When we take the observer position, we realise that we're just part of the bigger universe. That everything that's happening around you is not necessarily all because of you. Yeah. So let things be. Watch miracles unfold in your life here, Virgo. And stay open and aware. Watch and observe. And things are going to unfold. Sometimes if you're a very busy person mentally and you're so used to problem solving through your life, it's a very logical approach. And Spirit is just sort of saying, you know what, you actually need to create a different pattern of the way you approach things. And this time, let go of the old ways and just sit and watch and observe and come to a place of stillness like we do through meditation. Calm the body, calm the mind, just watch and be neutral for a little while. And I feel that that's how you're going to have some awarenesses come to you, some realizations that you need to have that's going to bring clarity for the ways forward. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. What else does Virgo need to know for going forward? So, you know, for this week, it really is having this realization you've got to stop and pause and do things differently and really tap into what's important to you emotionally and how you're going to create a new level of awareness and health and well-being and to really sort of look at what it is that you need in your life. Okay, so yeah, the stuck energy card is like you really continue to hold fast to what you've always done, and that's what's keeping you stuck in the mud. So this young fellow on top of the car, he feels stuck. He wants things to be different, yet he's not recognizing the blessings in his life. He's not realizing the opportunities. All he has to do is jump off and he'll be able to get on his way. But he's staying stuck there, refusing to get off the bonnet of his car or his truck, when really that's just because he's just being very resistant, determined, stubborn, when all he has to do is get off and just get and walk away. It does seem so simple, but you know, we do overcomplicate things in life, Virgo. We need to do things differently, think about things differently, and get out of that mud. Yeah, there are opportunities waiting for you that were going to improve your life if only you would just notice. All right, thank you, Spirit. What else for it, Virgo? All right, I think we're coming up to the end of the reading. This is definitely a time of transformation for you, yeah. You've got to cross the bridge. You've got to cross the bridge to the other side to have a different outcome. Okay, it is a period of transformation and change, but it really is about you focusing on what is going to bring you more health and more light rather than where you've come from. But you do need to make the effort. You do need to walk across that bridge. You do need to jump off that truck in order to create that change. It's not going to happen if you just sit there doing the same old, same old. If you don't change your perspective, you won't see things differently, Virgo. So yes, it may feel a little bit challenging, and if you continue to resist, the universe will give you a kick up the bum, as I said before. But I'm sure you don't want to have that experience, and if you do find yourself in that situation, then recognize it's a blessing in disguise. It's giving you a moment to pause and to reflect, to consider your options, and to have a leap of faith. Step out into the unknown and give it a crack, and you're going to find that you'll end up in a far better situation where you'll open up a new world of possibilities to you. You know, look at the expansion of this. Can you see that? You know, if you cross the bridge, there's going to be this new world of possibilities for you. You don't know, though, until you start taking those steps, until you start moving forward. If you just stand there on the precipice and you don't jump, then you don't go anywhere. So, yeah, this is your opportunity to do that now. I feel that we've come to the crux of the reading here, Virgo. So let's finish on with a Namaste Blessing card. We thank you, Spirit, for your guidance in wisdom for Virgo at this time. Yeah, it is a time for meditation and reflection for sure. So I'll read it on the back. It says, the blessing of meditation. Very, very apt for your reading. Your window of perception is cleansed, and for a moment you see life as it truly is, infinite and eternal. Meditation will help you rise above any situation and event and see things clearly. Yeah, what usually seems chaotic and disorderly can seem the opposite. Know there is divine order in your life. Yeah, what a beautiful finish to the reading. Yeah, seeing things differently, stepping up and above, taking that neutral position. Yeah, and just creating that stillness around you so that you've got time to reflect and seek the guidance, the answers. That's the Hermit energy, and it's all going to become very clear for you. So Virgo, that is your reading for the last week of May. Virgo, I hope you've enjoyed that reading and it has given you some clarity at this moment in your life. It is your moment to take some time out to reflect on some choices that are possible and are available to you. So if you have enjoyed this reading, let me know. Please give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Now I invite you to subscribe. So just click on that notification bell and you'll receive a notice every time I post a video. And of course, if you'd like a personal reading, you're welcome to contact me. My details are in the description box below. We can do it in person or via Zoom. Have a beautiful rest of the week and the rest of the month, Virgo, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.